yourself. 'Tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee cease thy counsel, which falls onto mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Not be counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine. When we a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, bid him speak of patience. Measure his woe the length and breadth of mine, and let it answer every strain for strain, and thus for thus, and such a grief for such, and every lineament branch shape and form. And if such a one will smile and stroke his beard, and sorrow wag, cry heaven he should grow, patch grief with proverbs, and make misfortune drunk with candle wasters, then bring him yet to me, and I of him will gather patience. But there is no such man. For, dear wife, men can counsel, speak patience to the grief which they themselves not feel, but tasting it, their counsel turns to passion, which before would give perceptual medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in a silken thread, charm ache with air and agony with words. No, 'tis all men's office to speak patience to those that bring under load of sorrow, but no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral that he should endure the like himself. Therefore, give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than the advertisement.
Therein do men and children nothing differ.
I pray thee peace. I'll be flesh and blood. There was never yet philosopher could endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ to the style of God, they have push at chance and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm against yourself. Make those who do offend you suffer too.
Well, there thou speakst reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me hero is belied. That shall the prince know, and so shall Claudio, and all those that thus dishonour.
Here comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords?
We have some haste here, Leonato.
Oh, some haste, my lord. Oh, then fairly well. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
What is the matter? Who wrongs him?
Harry, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler thou. Hey, never raise thy fist at me, boy, I fear thee not.
Marry, curse my hand if I should give your age such a cause of fear. In faith, my fist went nothing to your person.
Tush, tush, man, never scorn and jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool, it's under privilege of age to brag what I have done being young. What I would do were I not old. No, Claudio, to thine head thou hast so wronged mine innocent child on thee, that I am forced to lay my reverence by. Amid grey hairs and bruise of many days do challenge thee to a trial of man. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, and a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy!
My Claudio, thine I say!
Say not right, old man.
Oh no, my lord. Prove it on his body if you dare. Despite his nice fence and active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Oh, away! I will not have do with you.
Canst thou so brush me aside? Thou hast killed my child. Thou killst me, boy, thou shalt kill a man!
And he shall kill two of us, and men indeed. Let him kill one first. Win me and wear me. Come, follow me, boy. Come, sir, boy. Come, follow me, sir, boy. I'll whip you from your foining fence. Nay, as a lady, I will.
Antonia.
Come, hold your content. God knows I loved my daughter, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains that dare as well answer a man indeed, as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, jacks, braggarts, milk sots. Hold your content. What man, I know them yea, and what they weigh, even to the outmost scruple, scrambling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys that lie and cock and flap, deprave and slander, go antically and show outward hideousness. Speak off half a dozen dangerous words, how they might hurt their enemies, if they darest. And this is all.
Dear wife,
Tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Listen both. We will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honour, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord.
I will not hear you.
No. Come, wife, away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes man we went to seek.
Now, Signor, what news?
Good day, my lords.
Welcome, Signor. You've almost come to pass a fray.
We'd like to have our two noses bit off by a couple without teeth.
And Leonato and his wife. What thinkst thou how we fought? I doubt we've been too young for them.
In a false quarrel there is no true valour. I've come to seek you both.
And we had been up and down to seek thee, for we are high proof melancholy, and would fain to have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It's in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
But thou wear it by your side.
Never any did so, though many have been beside their wit. I pray thee, bid, or I bid thee, draw as we do the minstrels, draw to pleasure us.
As an honest man, you look pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man! Thou hast care killed a cat, and you have metal enough in thee to kill care.
Sir, I shall meet with your wit in the career, and you charge it against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Nay, then, give him another star. That last was broke cross.
Oh, this light, he changes more and more. I think he'd be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
May I speak a word in your ear?
Oh, God bless me for a challenge.
You are a villain.
I just thought! I will make good how you dare and what you dare and when you dare.
Do me this right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Till then, peace be with you.
Well, I will meet with thee, so I may have good cheer.
What a feast, a feast.
A faith I thank him, for he has led me to a cast head and table full of which, if I do not carve most curiously, say my nice naught, shall I not find the woodcock too?
Sir, your wit ambles. It goes easily.
I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said thou had a fine True, said she, a fine little one. Nay, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, nay, said I, a good wit. Certain, said she, just hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise, oh, that I believe, yeah, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongue. Ooh, that I believe, said she, for he swore to me on Monday night, he did his work on Tuesday morning. There's two tongues, there's a double tongues, and then did she an hour translate our particular virtues, and conclude with a sigh that thou was the properest man in Italy.
For the which, she wept heartily and said she cared not.
Yet that she did, and if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
And moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
But when shall we see the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedick's head?
Yea. And the text underneath, here dwells Benedick, the married man.
Fare thee well, boy. You know my mind. I shall leave you now to your gossip-like humour. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which, God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled from Messina. You have amongst you killed a sweet, innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. But till then, let me hear from him.
He is an earnest.
Most profound, Ernest.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely. I warrant thee, for the love of Beatrice.
What a pretty thing a man is when he goes off in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
Is then a giant to an ape. Is an ape a doctor to such a man?
But soft, you. Pluck up my heart and be serious. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall never weigh such reason in her balance. And you, being a cursing hypocrite once, must be looked to.
What is this? 2 of my brothers men bound? Borachio 1.
Half enough of their offence, my lord.
Officers, what offence have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have spoken untruths. Moreover, they have committed false report. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixthly, and lastly, they have bellied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Firstly, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, why they have been committed. Sixth and lastly, what their offence, and in conclusion, what you to lay their charge.
Yes, rightly reasoned, and in his own way of speaking, by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
Masters, who you offended that you're thus bound by your word? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood.
Prince, let me go no further in mine answer. Do you hear me and let these words kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes, which your wisdom could not discover. These shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confess to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the Lady Hero, how you were brought to the orchard and saw me called Margaret, not Hero, how you disgraced the lady when you should marry her. They my villainy they have upon record, and which I'd rather seal my death than live over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine, my master's words, and as a recent I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood? I have drunk poison while he's uttered it. And my brother set me onto this.
Yea, and paid me richly in the practice of it.
He is composed of his villainy,
And fled upon thy treachery. Oh, hero! Now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I first loved it.
Come, bring the plaintiffs away. By this time, our sexton shall have reformed Signor Leonato of the matter. And, masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Here comes Master Signor Leonato and the sexton.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, so that when I meet another man like him, I may avoid him. Which is he?
If you wish to look upon your wronger upon me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hath killed my innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
Nay, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honourable men. A third is better at hand. I thank you, princes, my daughter's death. Recorded with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you could think of it.
I know not how to have patience, but I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose on me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. For I sinned not, but am mistaken.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter with. That were impossible. But I pray you both possess the people here in Messina how innocent she died. If your love can labour aught in sad adventure, then hang her an epitaph on her tomb. Sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew, My brother hath a daughter, almost a copy of my child that's dead. She alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Noble sir, your over-kindness doth bring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and henceforth dispose of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow morning, lords, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe is packed hired to him by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me. My crimes I did alone.
Marry, sir, though it not be under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an ass. I pray you remember that in his punishment. And also, the watch did hear them speak of one deformed. They say he wears a lock in his ear with a key dangling from it and borrows money in God's name. But like he's never paid back for so long that people grow hard-hearted and will no longer lend money for God's sake. I pray you examine them upon that matter.
I thank thee that I care a lot of
Why, thy worship speaks like a most honourable and grateful youth, and I am glad of it.
There's what I pains.
God's the foundation!
Good. I discharge you, thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an arrant knave with your worship, who I beseech your worship to correct for the example of others. I humbly give you leave to depart.
Until
God save your worship.
Till tomorrow
God grant your worship peace.
Until tomorrow.
God restore your worship to health. And if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it.
Until tomorrow morning, lords, farewell.
We look for you tomorrow. Farewell.
Tonight, I mourn with him.
I pray thee, good Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hand in helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth it catches.
And yours is as blunt as a fencer's foil, which hit but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, which will not hurt a lady, and thereupon call my lady Beatrice. I give thee the chains.
Give us the swords. We have chains of our own.
Oh, I'll have to give thee a pike and a vice, for chains are dangerous weapons for maids.
Get Lady Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
And therefore... The God of love that sits above the good swimmer, Troilus, the first employer of panders, and a whole bookful of these quondam carpetmongers, whose names yet run smooth on the even road of a blank verse, why, they were never so turned over and over as my poor self in love. I've tried expressing it in rhyme. I've tried. I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby. That's an innocent rhyme for scorn, I don't know, horn, hard rhyme for school, fool, a babbling rhyme, all very ominous endings. Nah, I was not born under a rhyming planet, and I cannot woo in festival terms. Oh, my lady Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken very well. But, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is to know what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I shall depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of its right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge. I must soon hear from him, or subscribe him a coward. So tell me, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them altogether, which maintains so politic a state of evil, it would not allow any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did thou first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. Good epithet. Indeed, I do suffer love, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There's not one wise among them in 20 who will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, in the time of good neighbours. If a man do not erect his own tomb ere he dies, he shall live as long in monument as the bell tolls and the widow weeps.
And how long is that, think you?
Question. Why, an hour in clamour and a quarter in tears. Therefore, it is most expedient for the wise if Don worm his conscience, find the impediments of the contrary, and become the arguments, become the trumpets of his own virtues, as much to as like I am to myself. So much for praising myself, I myself bear witness, is praiseworthy. Come, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. And thereupon I shall leave you, for here comes one in haste.
Lad, you must come to your uncle, yonder Gloyens at home. My lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio wrongly abused, and John, who is author of all, has fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come hear this news, Signor?
I shall live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Is this the monument of Signor Leonato?
It is, my lord.
done to death by slanderous tongues. Was the hero that here lies. Death and guerdon of her wrongs. Whose her fame never dies. Hang thou there upon thy tomb, facing her when I am dumb. Let music sound. Sing your solemn hymn. Pardon, goddess of night, those that slew my virgin night, for the witch songs of woe round about her tomb they go. Good night, her sister moan, help us to sigh and grow. Heavily, 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 bathe your and heal your dead, till death we utter red. Heavily, heavily, heavily. Now until I home's night. Yearly will I do this right.
More. The wolves have preyed, and look, gentle day, full the wheels of fever's round about. Dapples the east, drowsy spots of grey. Come. Put on other gowns. Go to Leonato's.
I am now at the issue speeds. And for those who ended up this work.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that we heard debated. But Margaret is in some faults, although against her will, as it may appear in the true cause of all the question.
Well, I'm glad that all things are so well.
And so am I, by being else forced to call young Claudio to a reckoning of it.
Well, daughter, and you, gentlewomen all, withdraw into a chamber, and when I call for you, come hither masked. The Prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, sir?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, the truth is, good signor, that your niece regard me with an eye of favour.
That I, my daughter, left her.
And that I with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think you had from me, the Prince and Claudio, but what's your will?
Your answer is enigmatical, but my will is your good will may stand with ours this day, and be conjoined in a state of honourable marriage, which, good friar, I desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
How my help?
Here comes the Prince and Claudio.
More experience. Good morning, Prince. Good morning, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet by this hour determined to be married with my brother's daughter?
I will hold my mind yet, sir.
Call her forth, wife. Here's the friar ready.
More, Benedick. Why? Why did you cross your face so full of cold and thunder and cloudiness?
Many things upon the savage bull. Tush, fear not, man, will tip thy horns with gold, and then all your ropers shall rejoice at thee, as a roper did at lusty Jove when he would play the noble beast of love.
By Jove, sir, had an amiable low, and some such strange bull leapt your father's cow, and sired a calf in that same feat, much like to you, for you have just his bleat.
For this I owe you. It's on the reckoning. Which is the lady I must see?
The same as she. I believe it.
Then, lady, let me see your face.
That you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am yours if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
The former hero, the hero that was dead? She died, my lord, but only while her slander lived.
All this amazement, now I qualify when, after the holy rites are ended, I will tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel that is present here.
Oh, soft and fair friar. Which is Beatrice? Do you not love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then, your uncle and the Prince and Claudio were deceived. They swore you did.
Do you not love me?
No, no. No more than reason.
Well, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula were much deceived, for they swore you did.
They swore you were nigh sick for me.
They swore you well nigh dead for me.
Well, that's no such matter. So, you don't love me then?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I'm sure that you love the gentleman.
And I will be sworn upon it that he loves her forth here. I have a piece of paper written in his hand, a sonnet of his own pure brain fashioned to be.
I'm here. Written by my husband's hand, stolen from my pocket, containing her letter to Benedick.
A miracle. Here's our hands against our hearts. Nah, come, I'll have thee. But by this light I take you for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I heard you were in consumption.
Peace, I'll stop your mouth. I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of wick-rackers cannot flout me out of my humour. Dost thou think I fear satire or epigram? Nah. If a man be beaten with brains, then he shall wear nothing handsome about it. In brief, seeing as I purpose to marry, I shall say nothing to the purpose that the world can say against it, and therefore rail not against me for anything that I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and that is my conclusion. Claudio. I would have looked to have beaten thee, but as thou likest to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin.
I I had hoped you might have denied, Beatrice, that I may cudgel thee out of thy single life and make thee a double dealer. Which, out of question, thy will be, if my cousins do not look exceedingly narrowly to thee.
All right, we're friends.
Let us have a song ere we be married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
Prince, your brother, Don John, who has taken flight abroad with armed men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I shall devise the brave punishments for him.
Adieu, Signor Leonato. I shall call upon thee.
Oh, Prince, thou look sad. Get thee a wife.
Strike up!